Coy and Winston were both mentioning the Thunderbolts. I don't know. Coy, when are you going to see the Thunderbolts? Monday?
Monday.
Me too. Winston, same? Or,
I will, just because of stuff I got going on, I'm going to have to just figure it out on the Thursday preview because it's going to be a crazy weekend.
All right. Well, I'm going to see it on Monday as well. And then we will I think we'll probably just do our spoiler thoughts on Friday the following when we see it. We'll probably do go ahead, Coy. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I feel like by the time Winston has seen it Thursday, the most of the world will have, and then people can just wait till, like, if you guys don't see it Friday, watch our show Saturday. I feel like that's the time to do our spoiler.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, and we'll have some stuff, and we'll do the same thing where if people haven't seen it yet, they can always skip that portion of the show, whatever. But we'll figure that out. It's getting great reviews. People are digging it so far, and it's not just the influencers. It seems like it's just people. It's not just every influencer loves everything. So
the main through line that I've heard that has me excited is the idea that they attacked it like a movie and not like trying to do the MCU whatever. So it sounds like the whole of the first two acts is really grounded and focused on real issues, and then it gets to the fantastical, which I think that's exactly what we need to do.
That's what we need to do. But here is this is something interesting, that because there's tons of articles in Comic Book Movie about Thunderbolts, but like 95% of them are like spoiler heavy stuff, and I don't want to get into that. But this is interesting, and I think Coy, I don't know if you saw this article. Thunderbolts director reveals that earlier versions of the movie was kind of like a Die Hard thing. And Coy's a big Lethal Weapon.
Really? That's awesome.
He's not a Die Hard guy.
I'm on the other side of the fence.
On the side of it. We actually had a debate yesterday, Coy, who would win in a death fight, Martin Riggs or John McClane. And both Mike and I both took Riggs.
Yeah, love to hear it.
Yeah, we both love Die Hard. There's just no world where John McClane could beat Riggs. Thunderbolts. He said in a new interview, Jack Schreier reveals that Marvel Studios originally had a very different idea for the anti-hero. Those specific plot details for Thunderbolts are still under wraps. The trailers have given a pretty good idea of what to expect from the basic premise. Group of misfit anti-heroes join forces after initially being set against each other and decide their best to put a powerful new threat known as the Void. We all know that these 6 characters first encounter each other in a vault of some sort, and it sounds like we're originally going to spend a lot more time in this location. While speaking to Games Radar, Jake Schreier revealed that an earlier draft of the script would have played out differently to the movie that's set to hit this week. And he said that Eric Pearson came up with it. Brian Chapek, I think one of the original versions, like a Die Hard thing, was going to take place in this one vault, getting out of it, which would be very cool. So I think the DNA of the film was always a bit more contained. I'm hesitant to dive too deep in this because I don't want to really learn anything about the movie at all.
You're so close, man.
Yeah, like literally right there. But I'm excited for this one. But this is big. This is how I still feel the same way that what I've been saying recently. I think out of this year's Marvel releases, quality-wise, this is going to be the best one. I think quality-wise, as far as overall movie, it will not be the one that makes the most money. And I fear that people don't know what the hell it is. I feel like it's going to have either a okay opening, just okay opening, or decent opening, or disappointing opening. I don't think we're going to get one of those cross your fingers, wow, this thing crushed, like a Minecraft, So, Winston, do you think that this movie could? Well, I didn't even ask you. I don't think I've asked you. What do you think this movie is going to open of this weekend?
All right, let's talk about Stitch Fix. I know shopping's hard. I know it is. I found a much better way to do it, though. Stitch Fix, online personal styling, and makes it so easy. I'm not a shopping person. It doesn't matter. Even if I can figure out my size, stores never seem to really have what I need in stock. Then I'm not a crowds person. I'm not a lines person. I don't have the time for it. Stitch Fix, it gets you a stylist who understands your style, understands the size, gets the budget. They do all the shopping for you. So I just give my stylist the one that I have right now. I give them the size, I give them the style, I give the budget preferences. I order boxes when I want, how I want, no subscription required. And he just sends me for pieces, pluses, outfit recommendations, styling tips. It's awesome. I keep what works, and then I send back the rest. It's very easy. There's no stores, there's no crowds, there's no stress. Just personalized looks that you're going to love. Stitch Fix makes it all so easy. And it looks like you know what you're doing, too. If you're walking around, you go, hey, look at you. You're in style. I said, I know, right? And then I give Stitch Fix some props. Anyway, make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/KHS. One more time, stitchfix.com/KHS.
Or next week when it comes out.
See, the problem is Sinners is still here. So, and I think Sinners will still be doing gangbusters, honestly. So if I had to guess, maybe like 85, 90.
Yeah, that's where I'm landing too. Coy, what about yourself?
I'm going to go 75, 80, but
Yeah.
I'm going to say a less than 60% drop weekend two. I think the legs are going to be what makes this movie. I think it's going to be word of mouth through the week that I think it's only going to drop like 20 million. I think this movie is going to do really well long-term, but it's all going to like the optics are going to be tricky because it's going to be better for clickbait sites to go Marvel fails again. And then people might read that and think the movie's bad. But if the word of mouth is louder than the articles, then we'll get it having legs. I think it's going to be a matter of public perception of what Marvel is versus what a movie is. Like you even see with the Sinners press, like them being like, you know, only 60 million when it's an original IP that is making all sorts of waves. It behooves garbage to espouse garbage. So I think it's going to be a problem optically. But I think when enough people love it and if the right people shout it, if it's good, that's what's going to make a difference. And I hear it's amazing. Yeah,
I hear it's amazing as well. I don't think Sinners is going to have anything to do with this, Winston, by the time this comes, as far as because by the time this comes out, this movie comes out in 2 weeks, and opening weekend for Sinners was like 60 or whatever.
Yeah.
Last week was 60. This week will probably be for them another, maybe it does another 20. So even if it taps on and it does another,
I mean, the only thing though, and then this is why I'm saying I think Sinners will still take a bite out of it. Is just from the standpoint. Damn, I didn't even mean to do. Oh God, I am fully in dad mode.
Yeah.
Holy crap! That was a dad joke if I've ever done one.
Take a nice
oh my God,
blood right out.
I have unlocked my superpower, I guess. But I think it's because look at what it's done in the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, where we're still pulling like 7, 8, and like 9 respectively on those days. Like I think that Sinners has kind of crazy legs, especially because people are not only just from the community standpoint of people really being into it, but there's so much to unravel there that people are trying to go a second, a third time to go see it in 70 if it's in your city that way. I get what you're saying, because by then we will have been on week 3.
And the summer movie, and the summer movie season starts. So those people who are either going to see it again or whatever it might be, I think it'll still do good money for what it's doing in this third week, but I don't think it's going to be enough that's going to damage the opening weekend of Thunderbolts.
I just think that this has the ability to be what like Sinners does. It's not going to hit 1 billion. It's not even going to get close, I don't think. But I think it can have the kind of fervor.
Sinners or Thunderbolts?
Sinners, yeah. No, the Sinners will not come close to 1 billion, but I think it will have the kind of fervor and the legs to still maybe get to 450 or 5. And from it's a long shot because you got to go international really to do that. But I think enough people will continue to go. It will have the kind of cultural impact at the movies the way Oppenheimer and Barbie did. That's the only thing that I'm saying might take a little edge off of Thunderbolts.
It's a great movie, and I wonder what's going to happen with it. But turning it back to Thunderbolts, though, Coy, if the movie, as you said, let's say it does 75, 80, and then it has a decent drop off week 2, and it does okay overall. It's more important, though, I think, for Marvel that it's a good movie than it is crushing at box office, because you can have this movie do just okay and break even or even lose $15-20 million, really. And if it's a great movie, it's critically acclaimed and it's pushing people towards the next, movie. To me, that's a win. I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I mean, they've been literally describing it as an A24-esque film, and I think that's smart because it is a smaller budget. It does need to make less money, but so much of movies are now decided in the court of public opinion. Like, I know far too many people that don't make their own decisions. They go like, what do people think? And then I'm going to go or not. So if people like, I personally spend my own 2 hours my way, but I think it's going to be decided by whether or not the optics around it. Like, so many people watch YouTube videos of people like us and make their decisions that I think it's going to be required to make a certain amount of money just for the headlines and be good. But I agree, this movie uniquely has a quality thing from the feel of it that is going to carry Marvel in a really unique way. Like, I haven't felt this excited for a Marvel movie probably since No Way Home, and that's been a few years. So the buzz, I think, is going to help, but it's going to really need people, if it's as good as I think it will be, to be lobbying for it. And I hope it's that great.
Go ahead, Winston.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I mean, I told y'all kept asking me which of the superhero movies am I most excited about. I said Thunderbolts, then Superman, then Fantastic Four. And based off of what they're saying this movie is playing like, I mean, I might be onto something. We'll see.
Quality-wise, we'll see.
Yeah.
Superman's still my number one as far as comic book movies in general. But this movie, like if you said to me, I know most people don't feel this way, but if you said to me, you can only go see Thunderbolts or Fantastic Four, I'm picking Thunderbolts. I think we're gonna get the better film out of the two of them. But I don't know. I liked that last trailer more so than I think you did, Coy, the Fantastic Four.
I thought 2 of the 4 actors were perfect.
I also think you're both lunatics. I saw the show. That Daredevil finale was incredible, and it did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Oh, I loved it.
He liked it. It was me.
Then you're a lunatic.
Which is fine. I said it was a good episode and I liked it. I just said that for me, I didn't think that it did not feel like a proper season finale for me. It felt like a winter finale. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, we'll be right back. And that's my problem, knowing that it's not coming in 2 or 3 months.
Oh, right. But it's coming back.
I literally watched Hacks that night, Winston, and season 1 ended on a cliffhanger way bigger. And then we waited a year. That's TV.
That's TV.
Not always though. You like y'all acted like real, not like that. Not that literally felt like we'll see you next week. Yeah, I literally said the same. He really watched the episode. I'm impressed. The fact that we got back to that.
All right, listen. We have more to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. And I asked you guys about Thunderbolts. What do you think? You think this movie's going to do good? Is it going to do bad? Are you excited for it? Are you going to see it in the theater? And the other question we didn't really get to, are more people going to wait for this one to hit streaming? And is it going to really find its legs there? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know.